welcome back to my channel. My name is Bryony and today we are at Bristol GRILLSTOCK. 2 days of music, fire and meat. So some of you may know Christian Stevenson, probably as DJ Barbecue. I work at his front of house in the truck just behind me, and we're here at Bristol serving some really, really delicious food to all these lovely people. We're going to be doing loads of festivals through the summer, so come visit us and come visit me and say hey. We're going to head over to the Cheese Toastie stand. They're run by Hobbs House Bakery, who supply Christian's bread, our beautiful little brioche buns. They are bread geniuses and cheese toastie geniuses. So we're here at the Cheese Toastie stand with Archie Herbert, one of the Herbert brothers, Hobbs House Bakery boys, and he's going to make me my breakfast cheese toastie. What are we going to put in it? Spring onions.
Breakfast. Well, our standard toasties obviously come with like leek and bechamel.
I mean, I'll have that.
And then that's just our standard one. But then I reckon maybe some Wiltshire ham.
Yeah.
Some chorizo.
Please. What cheese? What bechamel? What cheese is in the bechamel?
So this is just a creamy bechamel. I do like a nutmeggy bechamel, but I think because we're using it as the base of all our toasties.
It doesn't need to be fancy.
It doesn't need to be fancy. The fanciness comes from other parts of the toasties.
I mean, I love bechamel, so we'll just fully load this thing. What's next?
Next is we just whack in some leeks. And then, so the cheese we use, it's really local cheese. We use like a mozzarella and a vintage cheddar mix. So we've got the punch of the cheddar, and then we've got, you know, the mozzarella.
Oozy,
oozy.
melty
It's from a really local farm called Lycos Farm. What about ham and chutney? That's really nice.
Classic.
Actually, I don't think the chutney, like, people really like the chutney, but I think the cheese on its own.
Let's just go ham and cheese. Ham, cheese, leek.
So these toasties are very, very special for one specific reason. It's the bread we use. So we use this bread here. It's called the St. Martin's sourdough loaf. So it's baked by my family. Using a 60-year-old sourdough starter for the people that bake. That's pretty cool. It's, you know, it's a big loaf, they're nice and big, and the thing is with the toastie is, like, traditionally a toastie you use quite cheap white bread, like, it's kind of a classic, but sourdough is really dense, so it means you can get way more cheese in there, it takes longer to cook, it's really flavoursome.
And it's like 50% of the sandwich, so it has to be good quality bread.
Well, a lot of people think that the cheese is really important, a lot of people think that the cheese is the most important bit, but that is not the case.
Here it is, the bread.
This is why, so my analogy, like, kind of similar, is that if you think that if you made a mulled wine, if you used a really nice bottle of mulled wine and mulled wine, it's like wouldn't really matter, would it? It's just a waste of a bottle of wine.
That is
Same
true.
thing, the cheese, you're melting it. Like, okay, you want to use a nice cheese, but essentially melting it kind of changes the properties of it. Whereas the bread, you know, it's the key, it's the essential part. Without the bread,
think he runs a Cheese Toastie stand, don't you?
So this is a steak weight.
Okay. Weber steak weight.
Weber steak weight. They don't make these anymore. These are a relic.
This is all that's left.
Yeah.
Owned by Cheese Toastie.
And it basically, you use them for like grilling on a barbecue. So you grill a steak on them. That's what we put a steak weight. But you can also use them for making cheese toasties.
Just weighing it all down.
Just weighs it down. It like kind of just compresses it, and then obviously when compressing it, the temperature, you know.
It's like a Cheese Toastie iron.
Yeah, well, it's like a makeshift panini press. And then obviously shutting the lid just means that it turns it into an oven.
Thank you so much. So much love in a Cheese Toastie.
Enjoy.
I will. We'll share this one.
I'm sure you'll be back.
I probably will. Tomorrow, I'll come back. Thank you. So cheesy and so crispy. It's so right. That bread is so much more important than you think. The Hobbs House Bakery sourdough. Thanks so much guys for watching the video. If you want to see anything else, please subscribe. Also like the video and comment if you want to see me make anything in particular. I've got to go back to work, so I'll see you guys again next time.